Start streaming. Okay. Okay,
screen's
now
cool.
we're live. The intro has played. And we are now streaming.
My God, dude.
Welcome back, all you Bond maniacs out there who watch our videos. Welcome back.
Dude, all the Bondiacs out there.
The Bondacs.
Yeah, the Bondacs.
So,
I mean, what can be said about James Bond that hasn't been said before? One of
I don't
the
know.
greatest secret agents ever, maybe.
Perhaps. So, you know, there are so many James Bond movies out there. It's something that doesn't get talked about very often, but unfortunately, I can't remember all of them. But today, that's why we're here. We're going to try to remember all of them, right?
Yeah, we're going to try and just from scratch, it's hard to find stuff. I think HBO took them all down.
Yep.
So we're going to
my
try
internet's
and
down
recreate
right
them
now.
from memory.
My internet's down, so I
Yeah.
can't look them up. So we're going to have to reconstruct the posters to help jog our memory. So we're going to go through, we're going to try to name every James Bond movie, and we're going to make a poster for each one. Some of them need more work than others, but we got to put James Bond back where he's supposed to be. We've got to put the taglines in place. I know a lot of people have played James Bond, so we got to name the actors who have portrayed the world's greatest detective. So we've got our work cut out for us. So let's dive right in. Our first poster here is, I remember this is a kind of a famous one, A Room with a Gun.
Yeah, I mean, one of the most slick and most well-produced Bond adventures in recent history. I think the first, can I make a suggestion to start us off with?
Please.
Okay, so the white circle where the barrel of the gun ends.
Go
ahead and select all of that and then type in Murphy.
All right.
Murphy. I believe there's a character that usually appeared. It was weird because this is a particular era of Bond where usually the gun kind of goes from sight and then you see James Bond, he turns and he shoots, right? And it's sort of about how quick-witted he is. But a lot of people who aren't as into this stuff as you and I are don't know that there was an era where there was a character named Murphy that would sometimes appear.
Yeah, it was sort of like Halloween 3, where Michael Myers took a break and it became about some other bullshit. That's the exact same thing. They got it from James Bond. There were a few James Bond movies where it was just Murphy.
Yeah, and they're great.
Yeah, really underrated movies, the Murphy trilogy.
Yeah, and I mean, it speaks to how great these movies are that, some of the best...
Get ready to be disappointed, I gotta say, because I think it's going to use all of this... It's sort of an abstract image here, and I will be surprised if it gives us any kind of photorealistic character right here. Oh!
Yeah.
Okay, it'll take a minute for you to see it on your end.
Yeah. That was quick. Okay, yeah, that looks like Murphy. It looks like...
Now, tell me, can you see the, egg and, lemon rind that it put here? Can you see that?
Yeah, I see that. That I can't say that's ringing a bell.
Okay, so it's either this goat dog or this guy who's like sort of like a Picasso type of facial structure.
Individual. Yeah.
Let's go ahead and here you keep giving me suggestions. I'm gonna turn on the James Bond music real quick to get us going.
Please do. Yeah, I think but it's just a testament to like how great these movies are. The fact that you know, some of the very best Bond adventures don't even have him in it.
That's true.
They're so good. I mean, think of all the someone I'm so glad Murphy got mostly recreated. Maybe let's try do you know? Oh yeah, that's right. Murphy is James Bond in this one. Or I think you got Murphy.
Oh yeah, sorry. I think it's one of those things that could go both ways. You know, they spell it both ways.
Yeah,
on different occasions.
Yeah, like on his birthday.
No, yeah, you're right. Sorry.
Yeah. Okay. Now, if you could select part of the screen and say machine gun.
Hold on.
No, you're good.
Okay. Are we keeping him? Shit, you know, I could also load in a picture of a real guy if you want.
Honestly, maybe try we'll just do this once, but try generating again like from just this guy.
What do you mean?
Oh, did you already merge the layers? Yeah, just select it and then just say generate again, like on this layer. I think when you generate from a selected like option, it'll try to generate options closer to this one.
Okay. I'll take your word for it.
I think it does. But I think next we should probably get a gun in here, the titular room with a gun.
Yeah, this is pretty similar to the last image. Oh! I think I found them. Is this him? He's doing like a trick with a coin on his hand, and then he's got your nose.
Dude,
maybe that's the tagline, got your nose.
That is Murphy if I've ever seen him.
Here, let's do... That's the tagline.
I remember.
That's a good sign that you remember.
Yeah. It means we're probably right.
Okay, I need to edit.
Wow.
Rotate. Here we go. Got your nose. Then maybe
got your nose.
So is Murphy also British?
No, he's not. I was just kind of doing it, you know. I mean, Sean Connery's so great that I felt like doing it like him.
Bond. James Bond.
Like that?
Dude, I just got goosebumps. I mean, every time I hear James Bond, you know, say something like that, you know,
you just can't help but smile.
You can't help but smile. You know, you can't help but feel your asshole tingle whenever you hear the voice of James Bond. You know what I mean?
Truly.
Got your nose. God, classic fucking Murphy.
I'm trying to. I forgot in Photoshop Beta you have to hit like Control T to like transform stuff the way that you can just like by default in regular Photoshop.
That's fucked up.
It is fucked up. Maybe let's and we don't need to spend a whole lot of time on this. I'm just sort of trying to get these details in place because we got a lot of Bond to get through. Plenty. I mean, there's countless decades worth of Bond out there that we have
and that's
to
what's so
remember.
Great. That's what's so great about the franchise is that, you know, there's so much to remember and there's so many memories to savor, and so many just stories to experience
Throughout the years.
So many colorful characters. and you get to see all them interact in these new and exciting ways. And that's what
Seriously.
really,
I remember Murphy being a little sadder than this.
you know what? I think that's what's missing. I remember his fucked up hairline.
Yeah, that's just how I remember Murphy.
That's just, I mean, that's Murphy.
That's Murphy. I mean, if
You
Murphy
know?
looked any different, I'd say that's not Murphy.
Yeah. I mean, I'm barely saying it here. Once I see him, yeah. This is just gonna be me laughing to you hitting soundboard. Okay, he's kind of
Okay, here we
frowning.
go. Yeah. That's sort of what I remember, and then let's
Yeah.
apply a layer mask, and then let's put that hold on. Rasterize layer. Where is it? Sorry guys. Just getting used to ye old Photoshop again. Okay.
What are you trying to do?
I'm trying to make it to where I can edit the mouth a little bit. So
I see.
I know we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna turn that frown upside
More and
down.
more down.
Yeah,
Oh,
more and
sorry.
more upside down.
Oh.
All right.
Yeah. One thing I remember about Murphy and the defining trait of his character is just how tragic he was.
Mm-hmm.
You know, whereas Bond had lots of great adventures with, you know, beautiful women and you know, gorgeous exotic locales.
Mm-hmm. Murphy kept getting
Um,
sick.
Murphy kept getting sick. And it was this one I remember where Murphy got diagnosed with colon cancer, and that was really hard. To see him, you know,
He was
to
rough on
see
his
him,
family in particular.
it was just, and I can't blame him because, you know, you see someone you like that you love just, you know, withering away, getting eaten away by some disease.
By
It's
some
not
rancid
easy.
disease.
By some rancid disease.
I remember the
He,
scene in which he smirks and confesses to his little sister that he has colon cancer. And then
Mhm.
they played that, and that was just sort of gut wrenching in its own weird sort of way.
It really was. And I mean, it really brought tragedy into the Bond universe.
Yep.
In a way that other Bonds perhaps couldn't have.
Perhaps. Okay, sorry, we're just getting the details worked out on Murphy's face here. I think he's almost done though. And then, is there any maybe, you know, I think Murphy had a car. Maybe, do you think
Yeah.
perhaps we could put a car towards the bottom of this?
Yeah, select part of it and say Toyota Camry.
Okay. Let me get underneath this layer, and then we'll do. Sorry. Gonna see how fast we can get copyright striked.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll stop that there. I do have another Bond song, and we've got an original Bond song for one of these movies, but we've got to get to the right poster first before we try all that.
Nice.
Understand? Okay, that's a triangle. That's nothing, and then that's blue blobs. All right, I'm gonna type photorealistic vehicle. Does that sound good
That's
with you?
one. Yeah, that's good. I thought it would get a little bit closer than just blue. Um,
My favorite
it's
is
so
like
funny.
sometimes it does nothing. It's just like you probably wanted nothing right here. That's probably what you meant. Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
That looks like a Prius.
Yeah, a little bit.
It's very
That
far
looked like
from
a
photo real, but good enough. You know
yeah,
what I mean?
it looked like a goober. The first one looked a bit like a goober.
Yeah, that one's definitely more photo real than the Prius. But this is Murphy's car through and through.
That's yeah, I mean, and we all know Murphy's car.
Mhm.
So I would keep that. This almost looks like he's selling cars.
I mean, there could have been a deleted scene maybe where he sold his car
Well,
at a
in the
car
book he
dealership.
sells cars. In the book he does, but
Right.
they had to make changes for the movie. Make it because you got to make these things cinematic. So,
Mm-hmm.
I understand
And
they
that
had to
just
change.
wouldn't
It was
fly. So is there also could you monitor for any comments?
yeah, I got it.
Okay. I don't
I'm not seeing
expect that
anything.
we have anything, but what do you think? Is
Yeah.
Murphy or is it looks like the title is Got Your Nose, but it's actually a room with a gun.
Yeah. I think we're about done unless you want to add like a gun somewhere might
Now, Photoshop is not going to let me do that, but I can
Oh,
sure
that's
look
right.
up gun PNG in my database and try to get something
Yeah.
to just
You
put
wouldn't
in
want to
here.
you wouldn't want to generate a gun because that might be mean.
That's true, and that's the last thing you would ever want to be. So let me
Dude,
just put the
yeah.
gun in here.
Adobe is nice, a nice company who uses all of your work to train their AI models. So, I wouldn't yeah, that's cool. That's nice.
Yeah, it's a shame Photoshop couldn't stop me from doing this.
Yeah.
It's got some insignias here, some logos, but we don't need any of that.
Not at all.
So let's really quickly just remove all this excess hand and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and we can get rolling to the next Bond film poster. Does that sound good, everybody? Comment yes.
If your answer is yes, comment yes.
Comment answer yes. All right. So yeah, that's
Wow.
Murphy. He's in a room with a gun
Yeah.
in this still here. And this just says Bond. It screams Bond. Like
It's-
Bond, it screams that.
Yeah. It's like you look at a poster like this and you say, what is going on in that movie? And that's what this is all about.
That is. All right. You ready to move on to the next one?
I'm more than ready, Grattan.
Cha-ching. Ba-da-ba-da-da. All right. Open. All right. Next one, let's do Visit to Paradise here.
Yeah, I remember that being a classic James Bond movie.
Mm-hmm. It was kind of a scary one. Kind of scared me, honestly.
No, Mr. Bond, I expect you to die.
Dude.
Are you doing all right?
Once again, goosebumps hearing the voice of none other than Goldfinger, one of the most heinous, one of the most heinous Bond villains.
Why are you laughing?
Just all the great memories.
So first off, this guy looks nearly perfect. I mean, this is James Bond through and through. Although I can't remember his name. This isn't one of the Murphy films. This is one of the true Bond films. But his hairline doesn't look how I remember. So I'm gonna try to fix that.
Exactly what I was gonna suggest. I remember it being different as well.
So let's just select this and put hairline. Thanks to the advent of AI,
yeah, so
we
this
can
stuff is
bring
going to
our-
be taken over
we can bring our ideas straight from our brain and put them
into real
on
life.
the screen.
Mhm.
It's called brain to screen technology. That's why they call it AI.
Yeah, it's taking your ideas and bringing them to digital life. You know, okay. Wow. Okay, so that's a little progress. It looks like he aged a couple years maybe.
It hasn't I mean,
I
yeah,
would,
it's a little farther back.
I would type in nasty and bald.
Okay, let's
And
select the new
see.
area.
Yeah.
Nasty and bald. Let's make sure it can't creep forward, so let's keep it right where it is.
We don't want this guy getting on the drugs. Don't let him go to Turkey. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Bond, your next mission is in Turkey.
That's where they should have sent Sean Connery.
Yeah, seriously.
Bond,
Well, Bond, you'll be going to Turkey.
your hairline's
Yeah.
looking a little rough.
We can't have our agents looking busted.
Okay, put pretty flowers in his hair. Why would nasty and bald mean flowers or sunglasses? And it's keeping his hairline like exactly where it was.
Maybe type in balding. I don't know it. I thought nasty and bald would be almost overkill.
Yeah, let's get the lasso tool and let's say balding, losing hair.
I'm sorry, my guidelines won't allow me to make someone ugly.
They should invent a cracked version of Photoshop where you can generate anything your heart desires.
Dude, just wait. Have you seen, what is that guy's name? Oh, fuck. It's that guy I was sending you videos of.
He's
a
getting
couple
only
weeks ago.
slightly
the
we're inching that hairline back at this point. I mean, he's barely lost anything since
Select his. Okay, one more. Let's give it one more try. Select all of his hair. Select the whole top of his head and say balding. Yeah. And if it doesn't work, we'll move on.
They should make a James Bond movie called No Time for Hair.
Dude, they really should.
Bald.
The name's Bald. My head's bald.
How about I'm bald? I'm bald.
Dude, classic Bond line.
Bond. James Bond.
Okay, it gave him like Adam Sandler hair and a hat. Soon. Soon, wah. Okay.
Yeah, I remember he was wearing the hat to cover up his receding hairline. Oh.
Soon. Woo. Let's see if
this
we
is
can
what I'm
just get
talking
rid
about.
of this and
Yeah.
have it put what it thinks should be there.
Yeah. See, this is what I'm talking about when I say AI is going to take over in like 2 years.
Because it knew I wanted that before I even knew I wanted that. Still, right now, I don't even realize I want that. I think in a few years it'll hit me that I wanted that, and it took AI just a fraction of a second to come up with that.
And how beautiful is it that soon you'll want this soon?
It's still like not a terrible. I mean, he has hair.
I mean, he just kind of looks like he's like he runs his hair through it too much, maybe, like he's
Do you
stressed out.
I'm gonna go with 3 here. I think it's between 1 and 3.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe 1 looks a little thinner. You can
I
kind of
almost want
see.
soon back.
What? It did soon twice in 2 separate.
What made it want that? Alyssa, you cannot see me because we didn't feel like figuring it out, I think.
And he had big, beautiful lips.
Yeah. Big lips.
Big red
I watched
lips.
this video of this girl, like she did that thing where she told her parents like a celebrity was dead. She walked up to her dad and said, she was like, Paula Deen died like yesterday. She was like, yeah, dead at 78. And he was like, what? He's like, no fucking way. And then he just grabs his phone and like shouts. He like grabs his phone, puts it up to his face, and goes, Paula Deen.
Oh, he's Ben Shapiro now. He turned into Ben
Yeah.
Shapiro.
Yes. Dude, that really is Ben Shapiro.
That's crazy that it turned into Ben Shapiro with red lipstick.
yeah. That's
How odd.
Yeah.
All right, what do you
This
think?
is-
3? I think I'm gonna do 3, and then I'm gonna like inflate them really bad.
Yeah, that's probably the move.
Let's.
Yeah, I remember this is an era of Bond that was leaning a little to the right.
Yep.
Not my favorite era of Bond.
Yeah, it's he was going around asking people to define the word woman.
Yeah, he was going to college campuses and annoying 18-year-olds. Harassing 19-year-olds.
I mean, it had some pretty good scenes, but overall, the rewatch value's just not there.
Yeah, I mean, it's for what it is, it's okay, but and I mean the final confrontation is obviously legendary, but
Obviously, that's chilling and haunting, but the rest of it is just sort of
yeah.
okay.
Yeah, it's just not the best. There's you can't really beat Sean Connery or Daniel Craig.
Mm-hmm.
I think I remember this actor's name. Do you want me to wait until
He had-
we're
He had
ready to
big
type it
lips
in?
by like a clever schoolboy or whatever his name is.
Smart schoolboy.
Smart schoolboy, yeah. He had lips
That's-
sort of like that.
Dude, smart schoolboy needs to go. That's one where it's like, all right, like it drives me nuts that he's back on Instagram.
I mean, I guess nobody gives a shit anymore. And I don't mean like citizens, like you and I, like good upstanding citizens. I mean like just
Right.
people in charge, like Mark Zuckerberg, like people like that. He's just like on dude, he is smart schoolboy now. He's got the buck teeth too.
True.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
he looks right here, I think.
Yeah,
Visit
that's-
to Paradise. But yeah, the people like Mark Zuckerberg, they're just going on podcasts and like lying about the things that they do. Like him and Elon Musk, they're like, yeah, I like to I like to do laser tag. I'm actually really good at laser tag. And it's like, oh, where do you play laser tag? It's like, God, I mean, there's so many places,
Yeah.
They're lying about shit for no reason.
Yeah. Yeah, I play video games. That's the funniest one from Elon Musk to me. Like being like a Reddit like nerd champion, and then you're like, yeah, I play video games, and people are like, cool. Like he's like, yeah, I'll actually stream them, and then he's like terrible at them. I think he was like paying somebody to like,
Yeah, he's
play a
like
game
obviously
for
not
him.
playing.
yeah, he's doing Tim Waltz. It's a bipartisan lie. It's like, yes, hello, I will be playing a video game today, like you.
Where the fuck did this go?
Did you lose it?
I guess I fucking lost it. Undo. Okay, undo. Okay, there it is. So what should the tagline be?
How about fancy a visit, anyone? How does that sound to you? Does that sound right?
Yeah, that sounds really good.
Yeah.
I remember seeing this poster like pop up in movie theaters and just being like excited. It was like being a kid
Something's-
again,
yeah. Well, I remember seeing that poster get put up in the theater, and I went, "Whoa, something is coming."
I went, what is this?
Yeah.
So
I think I remember. Can we put this actor's name anywhere, or because I think I remember it.
obviously we can put it. Look,
Yeah.
we'll put it. Whoop. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so in this, James Bond was played by a bit of an up and comer. Uh, his name is Jeffrey Smunk. Jeffrey with a GEO.
You don't like Jeff Worry?
If you that sounds more right to you, then I'm trust your judgment. Classic. So this actor was British, and
Obviously.
you know, which is yeah, I remember it was really different because they put that little winky face there, and it was almost like Bond himself was winking at you. Which just gives me chills even to this day.
We're gonna give him his left eye was more handsome in the original poster.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to
Yeah,
make
type
it.
in handsome eye.
I did.
Hopefully it says woot or something.
Yeah. Soon.
Maybe do you think Photoshop is trying to warn us?
That's a really handsome eye right there.
Dude, yeah.
Option 1.
I'm feeling option 1 for sure.
Okay. Option 2 is also
I'm gonna
handsome.
go with option 1.
Gonna have to go with option 1.
Yeah, that's option 1. Option 1 is definitely the handsome eye.
All right. So,
All right.
Visit to Paradise. I'm going to shrink this Jeffrey Smunk down a little bit just so that doesn't seem like it's part of the name of the movie. Okay.
Visit the Paradise, the actor is named Jeffrey Smunk. This is a sequel to the first Visit to Paradise. Sorry, what?
Nothing. Any more suggestions, or are we ready to move on to the next one?
I think we're ready to move on to the next one.
No, Mr. Bond, I expect you to die.
Dude, it's Goosebumps City over here in California.
All right, another classic. Another round of applause. Right?
Yes, okay.
Right.
It just appeared for me. Sorry.
Okay.
Another wow, that looks really good.
Thanks. So
yeah.
Let's generate let's just try generating James Bond.
Yeah. I mean,
one for the money, right?
Yeah. Dude, is that I think that's the name of another Bond movie.
One for the money. Yeah, I think you're right. I don't know if I have a poster ready for that, but
yeah.
it'd certainly make a good one.
It, yeah.
So like I said, some of these don't just nothing, a guy falling or a guy going to heaven or something. This is all shit. So let me load in another James Bond here.
Yeah. The other day at work, I needed to really quickly Photoshop some people out of a photo so that it could get printed and framed, just to have one person in it.
Mm-hmm.
And I just really quickly I used the lasso tool and circled. It was a nice plain background, and I just like generated fill because they needed it in like 5 minutes, and it generated it was so funny. It was like the first option was complete emptiness. It was like perfect. And then I cycled through and there was just like some lady. It generated like a whole lady to stand next to the person I was trying to get alone in the photo. And why I would ever want to generate a new person. Like, when would I ever want to do that?
Right now, dude.
True. Well, it's never when you want it, though. It's always like, it's why would I want to take someone out and replace it with the garbled mutant? Why would I ever want to do that?
Sorry, I'm trying to get this guy cut out here.
No, you're good.
Select inverse. Let's try that. Bam. There he goes. And then we'll use this polygonal lasso. Just clean up the edges. You know. All right.
You're edging right now.
I am, in the purest sense of the word.
Yeah. And don't you perverts try to twist that. Yeah, sorry. Can you select the woman's like the exposed part of her back
Mm-hmm.
and say face? Because this is a classic Bond villain. This is Bridget, and her
Also known
thing
as
was that,
backface.
yes, that's the thing you can't. Yeah, and she had a face growing out of her back, back face.
Yeah, this is a fiendish Bond villain backface.
Yeah, going up against the first Black Bond, you know. Which,
Okay,
I mean,
yeah,
can you get any-
backface goes against our guidelines.
Okay, you can't just put face.
I did put face.
What? It just says you can't.
I'm going to try it again. Yeah, I remember part of the danger of backface in the Bond films that she starred in was there was always that ever-present danger of slipping an L into her name,
Mm-hmm.
and it would become much more sinister. No, we can't put a face there.
Okay.
Sorry.
Can you type? Can you type like person? Or that's.
It
how
might
does that
it
go?
might just be the fact that it's like there is
Scantily
not much
clad.
clothes right there that it's angry about.
See, this is why I'm saying AI is going to take over. It's because it has this kind of judgment.
And it knows where to draw the
know.
line.
Yeah, that's the best thing about it. Alyssa said you didn't turn off the oven. I put the lasagna back in to keep it warm. And realized the oven was still on, and now the lasagna is black. It is a black brick.
Oh my god. So I left the
I'm
oven
sorry.
on, but I took the lasagna out of it. I remembered to take the lasagna out, and she put it back in.
It's all your fault, dude.
Yeah. Well, that sucks. I'm sorry to hear about that, dear viewer. Okay, is there anything else we want to do to round of applause? This isn't a very funny poster. I kind of fucked this one up.
It's okay. No, I mean, it would have been great if we could put. Can you say clothes? Can we do something to her, or will it just not let us edit?
Let's put soon.
Select- Yeah.
We're just wasting our time. It's gonna be like, no, I can't do that. It's gonna be like, sorry, yeah, there's a woman here. I can't do anything. Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Fuck it. All right. Next poster.
Yep. Next poster. Does it go against their community guidelines to open a new Photoshop project?
It fucking might as well.
I just don't want to. I don't want to step on any toes. You know.
So,
Obviously, I know
here's-
Adobe is very sensitive.
This one's a lot. It's got a lot that needs to be done to it.
Wow. Wow. Yeah. So, first thing it's just jumping out at me
Mm-hmm.
is there needs to be a massive explosion behind him.
Now let's see if that goes against their guidelines.
Yeah. That's mean.
That could hurt somebody in real life.
If you blew up somebody, that could really hurt them. We're taking AI technology
Yep,
to the next
Against
level.
their guidelines.
Come on.
Let's do something AI's really good at. Let's try to find, what about like the beach or something, or maybe a license
Yeah.
to drive. Maybe he's at the DMV.
Either the DMV or he's on the highway. You can put him on.
Okay, if it fucks up DMV, we will put him on the
We'll
highway.
default to- yeah, yeah.
Now, Roger Moore, seeing him come back one last time, or so we thought. He ended up coming back many more times, but they were selling us on the
Yeah.
idea that Roger
So-
Moore is back. And that was just like really kind of gut wrenching to see. It's like the Bond of
Dude.
old is new again.
When I saw Roger Moore on that poster in the movie theater, and I had my popcorn bucket, I said "nostalgia blast" out loud because that's what I felt. You know, it
Mhm.
was just this nostalgia like blast or attack.
I mean, that's the
it
only
turned
way to
out
describe
later-
it.
Bond.
Yeah. It turned out later I had diarrhea. I don't think it was really related to it, but I did like go to the bathroom in my pants a little bit.
Which is cool in its
And-
own way.
Yeah, and I mean I still saw Lord of the Rings War of the Rohirrim, but
Things were
know,
never the same.
yeah, it was just wasn't quite. Okay, license to drive. Yeah, I think he wore a cowboy hat in this one.
I think you're right. I want to put him like in a car.
Yeah,
I
that's
want him
fair.
to be like in the driver's seat of like a convertible. So I'm gonna
Okay.
try to get that in here. I'm gonna
Nice.
put.
It's a lovely day outside in Bondland. London, I guess, is what it would be.
Mhm.
Well, in
oh,
this one,
we
he's
gotta put the
wearing-
London Tower back there,
Dude,
or
that's
London,
right.
the London
So-
Eye, jolly old Eye.
Yeah. Jolly old eye.
That's where he went. in
Jolly
this film.
old eye.
Bond, you're going to
Yeah.
jolly old Eye. You're going to have to
Mhm.
take the highway.
You're gonna have to
Quickly,
take
Bond.
Quickly, Bond, get into your car and take the highway.
Take the highway to the jolly old Eye.
The London Eye. The London Eye.
Bond, it looks like you're going to take the highway.
Bond, quick. You're gonna have to take the highway. What did I ever do?
There's
to
a detour
deserve
on the
this?
back roads, Bond. You'll have to take the highway once more.
Oh, just one last time on the highway, Bond.
One last drive for you and me. Okay, it wants to put him on top of a convertible. Oh, maybe I'm like,
Okay.
maybe here, sorry, this is my bad. I put it on the wrong layer. It has no
Okay.
idea that he's there.
Okay.
So I'm hoping like it puts the windshield like in front of him, and then we can put that cowboy hat on him.
Because I believe in this movie, in this classic Bond
Yeah!
adventure,
Oh, it put him in the back seat of one. Would
well,
would you
yeah, he's a
prefer him in
little
the
bit old
back
to
seat
drive.
or in this orange car?
Put him in the I think put him in the back seat because the plot of this movie is he's lost his license to drive
Mm-hmm.
and he has to get it back, you know, by proving that he can remember
How to drive.
4th grade math. Yeah. He has to do 4th grade times tables to prove that he's cognitively there enough to drive a car.
It was pretty thrilling,
know.
I remember.
Yeah, it's a little bit different in England. They call it maths, but it's more or less the same thing, you know,
Mhm.
except with like a sillier voice. Yeah, if we could get a cowboy hat on him, that would be cool. And then like,
Why is this
I
not
think-
working?
what are you trying to do? Motion blur?
Normal. No. Oh, there we go. There we go. I'm trying to get it to where you can see that it says license to drive.
Oh,
Okay.
nice.
It's reminding me a little bit of Lost Highway.
Yeah, I was about to say the same thing.
Okay,
was kind of
license
a-
to drive.
It was kind of a terrifying movie.
Let's get this back in here. Let's apply the same effect. Okay. Perfect. Now we got to do let's do Jolly old I. Understand?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Okay.
Sorry, somebody was texting my phone.
I put Jolly Old London Tower, and hopefully it's able to do it.
Actually, that goes against our community guidelines.
That'd be cool
because,
if anything British was off limits.
Yeah,
Like,
they're
we don't play that.
Yeah, nice try, buddy. You have to play by the rules here.
Put like Avengers fucking sci-fi tower back there.
Yeah, I think this one takes place in the future.
Let's but not that far in the future. Let's put
Okay.
Oh, I think the London Eye is the fucking Ferris wheel.
I think you're right.
Yeah. I'm thinking of Big Ben.
Yeah. Yeah, do Big Ben or Tower of London.
Dun 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 dun.
You know, and one of the greatest things about the Bond movies is getting to
Is how many there are.
Well, there's so many, and getting to experience the country of London. Oh wow.
The country of London.
Yeah, the country of London, but like, through, the eyes of a secret agent. Which is just like so thrilling.
It's
'Cause,
A Gift to Be Sure. That's another James Bond movie.
A Gift to Be Sure. We gotta. I guess we'll be able to view it back, but we gotta start writing this stuff down.
A gift to be sure.
Classic freaking Bond, dude.
Let's just fade it out a little bit so it looks like some atmosphere. All right, this is looking
James
really
Bond.
good.
This is looking really, really good. Let's get a cowboy hat on him if we can, and because I remember how the idea of this movie is that Bond is retired. He went into retirement and went to Texas to become a cowboy because Roger Moore's
extremely old.
He's extremely old, and he was always like the cowboy of the Bonds. That's what everybody always said about him. Is like,
and London was the old west of the England.
And women that he hit were like his horse. Okay. I guess that's Sean Connery more than okay.
So do you want 1, 2, or 3?
I'm feeling 2 because it's the smallest.
2 is pretty funny, but I like the 3 is like I could almost imagine like a Bond of this era like wearing a dumb little hat like that. Like he goes to Italy and like puts on a shitty little hat like that. But we can do 2.
Yeah. I'm feeling 2. It wasn't so much that the hat was small, it was that his head was big.
Right. Okay.
Look at that. Kiss my ass.
All right. And he had a big stogie.
You almost forgot, dude. I was ready to move on.
No, Mr. Bond, I expect you to die.
It's really loud.
And this brings to mind another classic Bond theme. Let's get some music going. I remember when this song started playing in the beginning of this movie, and I said, I can't believe it. And he kind of had a hole in the side of his chin in this era.
Yeah, that was.
It's like an old injury, and he made it badass by. He got shot in the face, but he made it badass by shoving cigars in it.
Goldfinger shot him
in the face.
Yeah. We lost 4 viewers.
We lost
like
them
in one go. Yeah.
YouTube removed our stream for playing
Yeah.
more classic Bond hits. Okay.
Yeah.
And let's just see if we could generate like another agent back here behind them.
Oh yeah, Agent Perry.
So, I think one more agent and we should be good here.
Yeah, I give it about one more agent.
Oh, I see. That goes against our guidelines.
Can you just type in person?
How are we looking on stream? Does this look okay? Can we see everything?
Yeah.
Okay. Just want to make sure like the shit I put on the side of the screens is not obscuring too much.
No, I think it's okay from my from where I'm looking at it.
Oh yeah. Oh, there he is. There he is. There's Perry. Hold on, you'll see him in a second. Be patient.
Yeah, I see him. No, I see him. I see Agent Perry.
Yeah. I mean, God, classic. Okay. I think we're ready for another one. Let's, for any of you just joining us, we have A Room with a Gun. Not titled Got Your Nose. That's the tagline. Starring Murphy. That was one of the Murphy movies. And then we had Visit to Paradise with Jeffrey Smunk. And then we have another round of applause, which really sucks.
Yeah, that was one of the not so good Bond.
But we brought
movies.
it back home with License to Drive. From what I
Yeah.
remember, a great Bond movie.
Maybe one of the best.
Maybe.
And I don't say that lightly.
I don't say that
I
trying
mean-
to be funny.
Listen, we're talking Bond here, and when I talk Bond, I talk serious. I don't, mess around or screw around or any of that. I'm going to tell you how I feel.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Do you remember this
okay.
movie?
Yeah, I remember Timothy Chalamet being in it. This is a newer one. I'm not too crazy about these. Gotta be. Yeah. So, what I remember is, first of all, that hairline is way too forward.
Right, we'll get there in a moment. I remember
Yeah.
Bond. This is the first outwardly homosexual James Bond.
Which isn't why I didn't like it. I just feel I should clarify.
I mean, that goes without saying.
Yeah.
It can't do boyfriend, but we're gonna try to get it. We're gonna imply boyfriend.
Yeah.
But yeah, so this Bond was gay, and not only was he gay, which is awesome, but he was the movie wasn't really so much about spying. It was about dating.
Yeah, it was trying to find there he is.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. That kind of looks like somebody we know, like just a little bit. No, not anymore. Never mind.
I don't. I think I know who you're talking about, but I can't be.
From far away, look, it's not. It does not look like anyone we know. Never mind. Yeah. So in this one, there's not too much spying. There's not too much action. But you do still get that classic Bond romance, and that's almost half of. Yeah, sorry, it was quiet for a second.
Yeah, sorry, something went wrong there. But
yeah, guys, it isn't too loud for anybody in the stream, huh? Like that's not too loud, huh?
Keep
yeah.
talking about
Can you make
James
him
Bond.
Okay, yeah, it was. So it was like, romance is almost half of what James Bond is about. And they really leaned into it in this one, the Lucky Dice, which it's about the risk you take, getting out there and putting yourself out there in the world, and going to bed with strangers. Because that's it makes you like understand what Bond goes through on a daily basis, because he doesn't know when he's gonna, if he's gonna come back from a mission that he goes on, and he doesn't know if he's gonna leave some guy's apartment with herpes. And that's the risk he took for Queen and Crown. And I just think that's so honorable, that the British do that for their country.
Yeah.
So yeah, take care of his hairline, because that's also part of the plot here, is that Bond starts to go bald.
Yeah, and he's got to find a guy who really likes that.
Yeah, because there's no turning
Normally
it back.
he's killing spies, or like having like a battle of wits with like super geniuses and stuff, but this movie was unique in that he didn't really have to worry about any of that.
Okay.
He was just going bald and looking for a guy who was into that.
Yeah, he was looking for. It was sort of like he was. It's notable because there's no real supervillain in this one. But what I would counter with is that the supervillain is male pattern baldness. And he's really stressed out in this, so make sure that reflects in the eyes.
Yeah, we're gonna try to find some stressed out eyes.
Yeah, he needs to find a guy, and he needs to. There's a big chunk of the movie where he's stabbing himself in the head, like that one guy online, and dropping drops of oil on his scalp.
Oh yeah, stab. Okay, for some reason I thought you were talking about like a video of a guy killing himself.
No, sorry, it's that guy who. It's like one of those derma rollers or whatever.
Yes, yeah, it's a guy with the derma roll. Yeah, the hair loss guru on Instagram.
Yeah, the influencer. It's this guy on Instagram and TikTok and stuff, and like he's like, I started losing my hair 3 years ago, so I'm trying everything. It's like everything except for like drugs, or I don't know. I think he started doing the drugs. At first, it was like I'm doing everything except for a hair transplant.
Yeah, and it got worse and worse because it started with like derma roller and like rubbing whatever like tea tree oil on his scalp, and then it devolved into like I'm wearing a $2,000 hair piece, and then it's like, okay, I got hair implants. I went to Turkey.
Yeah.
And yeah, he's tried pretty much everything except for suicide. Or I mean, honestly,
or just being bald.
He has tried that though. That's how it started. He said he was like living as a bald guy for like 3 years, and everybody was like, "Dude, you look fine. You look fine. You look good. Like, you actually look good being bald." And he had like a midlife crisis or whatever, an early life crisis. And so yeah, I would, for him, maybe the cure would just be a hat, but for this James Bond, the cure was love.
Yeah,
and that's why he does the poster's sort of spoilery, because it does spoil the fact that he gets a boyfriend who loves him, who quote unquote loves him. Or does he?
You
so
find
that's
out
why you pay the admission price, is to find out what this means.
Yeah. Because you're not exactly sure. Yeah, looking at his face, you don't quite trust him. But once again, big studios screw up, the movie. This marketing completely ruined the movie.
Yep, they blew it. I mean, how do you blow your opportunity with an actor like Chalamet in your movie?
I don't know. I can't even fathom, screwing that up.
I like option number 2. Is that the Lucky Dice? You see it?
Yeah, I do see the Lucky Dice. I agree. Option
the 4, the side of the die with this arrangement is one of my favorites.
That's so funny. That's so funny. Yeah, that's the 4 of hearts.
Yeah. I'm gonna go crazy here and tell me if you absolutely hate this. I'm just going to generate stuff.
I remember there being more, so go ahead and do that.
I'm going to see what it gives us because that's the second great thing about AI. The first was that it can take ideas from your brain to screen and predict years in advance what you actually want. And the second one is that it can tell you I'm sorry. It can give you ideas when you have none whatsoever. And and this is a great example of that. This is really...
Where'd you get that idea? Where'd you get that idea, Photoshop?
And it's always like, of course.
Yeah, why didn't I think of that?
I love L'Oreal.
I didn't have to think of it because AI thought it for me. You know, it knows us better than we know ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
For that, yeah.
It knows us more than we know anything.
So true. One day, you know, that's gonna it's gonna take over, dude. Listen, I'm telling you, it's gonna take over. One of these days, you know, you're gonna have like bagels made out of AI.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's gonna happen, and it's gonna be really crazy. And you're gonna go like, "Wow, how could I have ever?"
You're gonna say, "Wow, what's going on?"
Seriously, dude. I love two. Wow. Who does he love? You know, that's really the question you ask when you look at this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I hate this movie.
Yeah, this movie sucks.
There's something about this movie really bothers me.
He should have said, "Get the fuck out." He's telling his boyfriend to leave his apartment. Get the fuck out.
But unfortunately, the movie's already made, and we can't turn back time, you know?
Truly. So let's go ahead and open another poster.
Okay. Let's open another poster.
Okay, so I've got a special Bond. It's sort of near and dear to our hearts. So this is Never Look at Me. And look who plays James Bond in this film.
Oh, wow, dude. I forgot.
You were James Bond in this movie.
That's something? Gosh, this is embarrassing. Yeah, I used to act. And yes, I used to act, and I was in James Bond Never Look at Me Ever. And wow, so many great 007 memories from this. This is the one that happened in a casino, I remember.
Mm-hmm.
So
what was it like?
Get me hold.
What was it like being in a casino?
Dude, I mean, you know, the director Roman Polanski is such an incredible person to work with. And you know, this space he created, this casino, it was, you know, I walked in and I saw all these lights and all these jingling noises, and I turned to Roman, you know, who you know, I know really well and is a very close friend of mine. I turned to him and I said, "What is this place?" And he said, "Look, my friend, it is a casino." He's like, "People, this is free money." Wow. Very cool. It was really such an amazing experience to work on that movie up until Roman Polanski molested me and sexually abused me, which was tough, but I got through it. And you know, now I don't really act anymore, but
you still have all those great memories of being Bond.
I still have.
In a movie.
I have lots of memories from this, and some of them are really great, and some of them aren't, and that's okay. But what I love more than anything is seeing the fans react. to this wonderful film.
Right.
Because they're like, what are you doing? Hold on, wait, what are you typing in? Wait. Type in Matt Fields' true hairline. I don't appreciate you doing my hairline before you get the red eye out of the photo. Dude, I don't know which one. I mean, option 1 looks real, but like,
I think I like option 1, because
Yeah,
it
I
also
think you're
makes
right.
you look old. It added like a tuft of gray hair.
yeah, that's
I remember this go around. They said Bond should have beautiful eyes, so they gave you like prosthetics to wear.
they gave me prosthetic eyes.
That were beautiful, and that was sort of amazing in a weird kind of way.
Yeah, in the strangest of ways, it was really amazing. So let's see
Wow.
my eyes.
I mean,
Bond. James Bond.
that's wow. It gives me chills, and you know what? It takes me back to the year 2008 when this was released.
Dude.
And I saw this
Wow.
with my poopaw at the movie theater, and I scooped a
That's right.
big
I'm a lot
glob of
older
popcorn.
than you.
Yeah, you're very You're about
That's what some people
68
don't
right
know.
now.
Yeah.
And I mean, obviously you were a young man here, but
and I'm young at heart.
true. But I was a young boy scooping a big glob of popcorn out of my peepaw's popcorn bucket. And he swatted my hand and he said, "Watch the movie." And you chanted that iconic line.
Bond. James Bond.
And I said,
Yeah, dude.
"That's cool."
And that's what really makes it all worthwhile. I remember walking on set, and we didn't really know how exactly we were going to do it. We rehearsed it, but I think not everybody was crazy about it. And we got there, and it just wasn't working. And I was saying, I'm Bond, James Bond, and I was doing it like that. That's how Roman wanted it.
Mm-hmm.
And after
European
a second,
style.
we'd done it a few ways, and so I turned to Roman and I say, "Listen, just trust me. I'm gonna try." My eyes are so beautiful. I'm gonna try something, Roman. And he went like, "Kid, you got one shot." And I got up there, and in one take, I got it, Bond, James Bond, and that's it was just terrible.
Shortly
It
after
was
that, the
horrible.
molestation began.
Yeah, I think that really got Roman on me.
A sickening
someone else
grin
had his attention.
grew across his face.
Yeah,
when he heard
I'd
you
been
say
made to
that.
believe. I'd been made to believe he was mostly after underage girls. I didn't know he was into of-age boys like me. And I just I didn't know. I was ignorant, I didn't know the industry, and I didn't know that that's just sort of how the cookie crumbles sometimes, and you can't take it personally.
Mm-hmm.
In a weird kind of way.
Yeah, it's a sad story. So,
Yeah.
anything else you see in this that that you remember that's not here?
I think I had a unibrow
Yeah, that's
for
here.
this. They put well, no, like more intense. Oh, okay.
Sorry, you might be delayed by a minute here.
Okay, I sorry guys, I'm in a different state than Grattan.
Well, you're
yeah,
3 hours
okay, well,
behind us, so it makes sense. I'm on East
Yeah.
Coast time now, so you're getting stuff kind of later in the day.
Considering that I'm 3 hours behind and I'm getting it this quick is honestly incredible. Thank you, Google.
Damn it. Sorry, I'm trying to get your you stuck your tongue out in this poster because you thought the photographer taking this poster said, let's do a silly one. And you said, all right, and then you didn't realize they were going to use that for all the posters in the world.
Yeah, I was just getting a little silly with it, you know. I mean, I was feeling myself, and
there's nothing wrong with
you
that.
know, no, there's nothing. It's just I don't agree with the choice, but you know, Roman was the director, and he was my abuser.
And he was going for that classic Bond look.
Yeah.
I'm thinking 2. I don't know if you can see options yet.
Not quite yet.
It's so funny how delayed it is now.
Yeah, just waiting. Okay, yeah. I think 3, dude. I mean, I was
3?
getting a little, you know, you know, it's
Yeah,
a little like
you kind of
the
have
sideways
2.
tongue.
There's option 3 is like 2 tongues stacked on top of each other. But
Oh, is it? Okay.
I mean, it's not that noticeable from far away. I think it's pretty good. Are you do you remember the Angel of Death being there?
I do. So that was the villain in this one.
It was
And,
sort
they
of
were
about
going, like,
mortality.
it was you know, Bond was coming to terms with the death of his dog. And there's a scene, it opens with him putting down his dog with a hammer.
Mm-hmm.
And the Angel of Death comes and takes the dog's soul away. And then Bond, you know, who I played in the film, goes on to take down an oil tycoon. But it was a spiritual sort of thing that I don't think the Bond films had really explored before, and I was happy to explore it in such a cool way.
A cool kind of way.
A cool kind of way, which is really special when you think about him saying that. I was answering a text, sorry.
So there's
I can go for as long as we want, by the way. It's
Okay.
sounding really bad here.
You got some bad news.
Yeah, I did.
So I added your dead dog from the beginning of the movie back there, sort of blurred out. What do you think? Does this look ready to go? Are we ready to move on?
I think we're ready to move on. This is exactly how... That's crazy. That's actually really good. Like that's compared to what we were getting earlier. What did you prompt it with? Like dog laying down?
I put
Or
sleeping
dead
dog.
Okay, yeah. I guess he's sleeping forever.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's before you took the hammer out. Yeah, it didn't even try with the Angel of Death. Like, it didn't even try to make that part of the image. It's like just sticking out. All right, let's open.
Yeah, I'm not gonna. Yeah, all right, trolls. I'm not gonna show you my face. They're asking in the chat. They're telling me to show my face. Listen, trolls. I'm not gonna show my freaking face. Okay, you're not in charge of me. I'm in charge of what I do on this live stream. Okay, let's just put a line in the freaking sand there. Sorry, I just really get wound up about that.
Amen, sister. So this is in Her Majesty's fancy car, and so it looks like this could be RFK Jr. starring as Bond. I don't know. Does that look right to you? We can try to substitute another actor. That's just, he kind of looks like that to me.
Yeah, that looks like RFK. What the fuck?
He looks like he should be, barefoot outside picking up like lizards and stuff off the ground.
Yes. So I would actually add a giant lizard on the sidewalk.
I'm going to put large lizard, reptile.
LLR. It's designated as an LLR, a large lizard reptile. Talking about Godzilla.
Bond, there's an LLR in your vicinity. Keep a lookout.
It
What?
almost sounds like something. Yeah.
Okay, I'm looking the other way.
This Bond was deaf.
Yeah.
Which
That's not my
was
RFK voice. That's
groundbreaking.
just sort of
Yeah.
a
That'd be
dumb-
really funny. It's like, yeah.
yeah.
I'm
Here's
doing
my RFK voice. Duh, I'm so fucking stupid.
Yeah. Dude, I would love to actually do SNL sketches like that where it's like, all right, and here's like whatever fucking politician or celebrity of the week, and it's like, duh, duh.
That's basically what they do. It's like here's Timothy Chalamet doing JD
SoundCloud
Vance.
rapper.
This is Timothy Chalamet
Yeah,
playing JD Vance.
That's
and
really
it's
funny.
Like, duh, I'm so fucking stupid. Woo! That's
Yay.
funny. Okay, sorry.
That lizard looks pretty good.
Yeah, it's just out of frame, but it's got its eye on Bond, which is a good decision
Yeah.
because he's out looking for LLRs.
Yeah, so that's it's this in this Bond film, Bond goes up against the lizard. A classic Bond villain.
Mm-hmm.
Um
In a classic story of right versus wrong.
Dude.
Will James
and-
Bond do the right thing and shoot the lizard in the back of the head?
Yes.
Or will he not do that?
Yeah, will he turn the other cheek? That's the question this film asks. Are you going to do something about his eyes?
I think he's wearing pink sunglasses now, and he kind of has a cleft lip.
Yeah.
And let's do
London is such a beautiful country. Oh wow, he looks a little bit like Daniel Craig. He looks a lot like Daniel Craig.
Well, I think it is just Daniel
Wow.
Craig. It's a picture of
Yeah,
him.
but
that
it really looks like him.
truly.
Wow. Yeah. And now can you select his entire torso and say t-shirt? Okay. You're doing his head first, yeah.
Yeah.
Can
I'll
you
start
put
working on.
dreadlocks? You already did bald head, okay.
Well, I mean, it's never too late. Never too
Yeah.
late for dreadlocks.
I think in this
Another
one
James Bond
it
title.
actually it takes place in like in Jamaica, and Bond, whoa, it kind of looks like Bond converted to Islam a little bit in that first one, doesn't it?
It does.
Yeah. Anyways, you can make him look like, I think he goes to Jamaica in this one because that's where the lizard lives. And he sort of goes on vacation, and he kind of goes a little, he goes a little local. And
He does. Yeah.
starts-
That's the tagline is Bond goes local.
Yeah, he starts paying for to have his hair braided into racist dreadlocks. And he gets accosted on the plane back. It really
Mhm.
upsets a woman.
Yeah,
She's-
A freshman in college.
yeah, dude. Now, can you put him in a Hawaiian shirt or something? Is that possible? I know anything is possible with the power of artificial intelligence, but wow, lorem ipsum, dude. Classic tagline, lorem ipsum.
You always
When
think that's so
Bond-
funny.
I don't know. It's funny to me. I imagined Bond saying like lorem ipsum.
That would be pretty sick.
It would be quite the Easter egg.
It'd be
in
kind
my
of
opinion.
sickening.
Maybe. This is what Jamaica looks like, and it's a beautiful country.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of history.
So yeah, we're in Jamaica right now. So let's
Well,
put
it's
him
down. It's downtown, obviously. Like he's not, on the beach or anything.
right. Okay. I'm gonna try to get this Hawaiian shirt on him.
Appreciate you. Dude, what's your favorite Bond car?
Tesla. Tesla
Yeah.
Cybertruck.
The Tesla Cybertruck, it feels like it should have
What?
Bond gadgets in it.
It can't. It said something went wrong. It didn't even
What?
say like I can't do that. It just said something went wrong. I wonder if I'm like out of fucking generate points or something. I don't think I am. I don't.
Try colorful shirt, maybe?
Let's see. Maybe it doesn't recognize Hawaii as a legitimate state. Oh no, it did it. It did it. It did
Oh,
it
it
like
did it?
perfectly. Oh, this looks.
Okay, I'm waiting for my results here. Sorry.
I think option 1 is probably the best. It's like a turquoise with pink flowers and stuff.
Yeah, that's sounding right.
It looks
I'm like
any
getting more behind, I think.
You're getting farther and farther behind. It's a really great
think
look because he
so.
keeps the Hawaiian shirt and he keeps his
Oh, wow.
his suit pants.
Yeah, that's really good, actually. That's pretty decent. Yeah. Yeah. Option 1.
I think that's the best.
Yeah. Yeah. Great. And now, what are we? I feel like we're missing something. I think we need a little something going on in the background. I know
Mhm.
we can't put explosion because that would be mean.
And potentially dangerous.
It could honestly hurt
Somebody
someone.
could get hurt in that explosion that it just generated.
Mm-hmm. So are we getting facial hair on him or something, or are we getting different lips? She's just gonna be smiling.
You'll
Okay.
see.
Jesus Christ, I'm so behind. This is ridiculous.
What should we generate in the background?
Let me see. Give us something to generate in the background, guys.
Yeah, please, for the love of
Please,
God.
please, please. He's really happy in this movie because he's having a good time.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's in Jamaica and it's a beautiful country with lots of history.
Oh, I
you
think
know.
we need to generate the bad guy, or I guess the lizard's the bad guy, but maybe he has a henchman.
Yeah, the lizard's henchman. How could I forget? You got this?
Yeah, I got it. I'll let you. I feel like I don't want to spoil it for you because if I just explain it to you, it'll have less of an impact by the time it gets to you. So
Yeah, here we're like getting 3 to 5 business days at this point. For Jesus, what I'm seeing right now is you typing in the prompt.
Okay. So yeah, the lizard had a very large robot that was evil, and it would
I'm remembering.
fire lasers at James Bond from time to time.
Yeah, it's all coming back to me now that I'm looking at it. Yeah. Well, it was sneaking around because because the lizard couldn't be seen in public, but so we'd send this robot to sneak out for him and follow Bond and keep up with what he was doing. But yeah, this is looking pretty good. Anybody in the chat want to suggest anything before we move on to the next poster?
Have we gotten any comments that you haven't?
Yeah. Somebody said, or Zach said, undo that button. We can get the collar more open. For sure.
Yeah, we'll try to do that.
But yeah, anything we're forgetting to add into this classic Bond thing,
Yeah. This thing.
Oh man, this thing, those lasers. Look out, Bond! That's what that's what I said when I saw this poster up in the movie theater. I had to be escorted out because I was in such a panic. I didn't understand that the movie wasn't on. That it actually hadn't even come out yet.
Yeah, you were sitting on the floor with your popcorn, and
Shrieking.
your ankle. Yeah, you were shrieking, and your ankle monitor was going off because you're not supposed to be out of your house, and so that's partially why they escorted you out.
Yeah, which I understand. They had to do, but they didn't have to. They didn't have to do it so ugly. They didn't have to be so ugly to me.
I agree. It doesn't really want to
Yeah.
unbutton the shirt. I got a little more pectoral in
A little
there,
more
but
skin, yeah.
he's got like a really skinny elbow.
Does. Yeah.
Bond hasn't hit the gym in a while.
Yeah. Bond,
Okay,
come
so
on.
I think, we've got some more to go through. Unless anybody has a suggestion, I think we could very well be done here.
I think you're right.
Oh, maybe there's like a kid on a skateboard here
Yes.
coming up. Like a local Jamaican.
That man looks like an axolotl. Zach said Alyssa said he looks like an axolotl, and then Zach said he looks handsome with no E on the end of handsome.
He's sort of like the
And
white
it's
version
really-
of the guy on YouTube who does like those pranks, those like Omegle pranks or whatever. He's
yeah.
he's bald and he has dreadlocks.
Yes, yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. I think it was option number 3. Wow.
Here, I'm still catching up here.
I mean,
What can you say?
I can't say anything. I'll let the master take it away.
Bond.
Honestly speaking,
James
what more,
Bond.
yeah. What more can you say than that? Wow, yeah.
Right?
I did think it was weird that that kid never appeared in the movie.
I didn't think it was that weird. So let's go to
All right.
the next. Thought it was pretty normal. Let's take a look at the next James Bond poster.
Okay.
So I forgot. Sorry, all these memories come flooding back when I'm faced
Yeah,
with
just
a
overwhelmed
title.
with emotion.
Uh
It's hard not to be.
huh. Are you seeing this yet?
I'm still getting there.
Okay.
I think it's probably something to do with the curvature of the Earth.
Oh yeah, the speed.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, the curvature of the Earth or the lack thereof.
Yeah.
James Bond is a flat earther.
Yeah.
In Moonraker, he's like, holy shit.
Yeah. Well, no, in Moonraker, you would see it and be like, I knew it, and like whatever female companion he had with him would be like, this is insane. And he'd be like, darling, you don't know about science.
Educate yourself.
Yeah, do your own research. So I think James Bond had really spiky hair in this one. So we need faces on his female companions here, huh?
We do. We'll do spiky hair.
Spiky hair. And then as always, the women in Bond films are beautiful. They're so beautiful,
Mm-hmm.
And they're just so gorgeous, I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
wow, like Halle Berry and all those other just beautiful women. They're
that's-
so lovely. They're just so nice looking.
Okay, so we've got like fucking Bobby Bublé hair. We've got Wolverine hair, and then we have I guess the closest thing to spiky, like sort of frosted tips, maybe like Jersey Shore hair, and I kind of like it.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. I think option 3 probably.
Yeah. All right.
I love when people get that. Oh, they want us to add Bobby Lee.
Okay.
That one just popped up for me. So let's go ahead and add Bobby Lee to this. I think he played this is when Mad TV was big. So we'll add to one of his female companions.
For sure.
Was played by Bobby Lee. And honestly, I didn't even recognize him upon my most recent rewatch.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, that's Bobby Lee. Oh my God, he's so gorgeous.
He brought a
He's so
new
beautiful
definition to the word gorgeous.
He was like sexy in a way that like Bond fans hadn't experienced before. Getting in touch with like male sexiness, but like he's a girl.
Yeah. Yeah, whatever.
Obviously it's not obviously it's not like weird or anything.
Uh-huh. Oh, I see.
But
guys, if you're watching along at home, comment all the fun ways that you like to use Photoshop.
yeah, tell us all about it. Adobe's like this great company with lots of cool products. And we just love hearing about the fun and exciting ways people use their software.
Mm-hmm.
Do you pay for Adobe software? Let us know in the chat.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's worth the money.
And they need that money to do
I
more
would-
great stuff like they've always done.
I would give anything to use Adobe. Thankfully, I threatened to cancel my subscription, so I only pay like $30 or whatever. But if they took that away from me, and whatever, we end up in a situation where they're not asking for money anymore. They're asking for the lives of my loved ones. Unfortunately, I'm gonna say okay.
Right.
Because I'll do anything to use Premiere Pro.
You said it best. You'd give anything to use Adobe, but thankfully, you only have to give $100 every month.
Thankfully, we're still on money. I don't have to give up, any like, sexual things,
Blood or like
maybe,
skin or like
yeah, or like
parts of your body.
Yeah, I mean, God forbid I have to let someone inside of me, but if I had to do it, I would.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Sorry, it's getting Bobby Lee in here is a little challenging, but I think we've got.
Nah, that's all right. I was reading the chat. Alyssa said this one is Rascal Flatts, and I believe that she's right. This is Rascal Flatts as James Bond. Zach said, "Add another Bobby Lee."
Okay.
Yeah, I forgot he played 2 roles in this movie. The twins. That's who he played. The mysterious twins. Dude, Rascal Flatts. I mean, what a performance, huh?
Yeah. Sorry, this Photoshop beta is a little. It's not as easy to work with as the Photoshop that I'm used to, so we might just have to. Bobby Lee might look a little strange here.
That's okay. We downloaded, or we were trying to use Photoshop beta for this one because I had, I thought it was already out, but it's not, I guess. Adobe's doing a beta for Photoshop where you can collaborate on Photoshop stuff like at the same time with somebody. And we were going to do that. But unfortunately, I guess Adobe is like being picky about who they give the beta to, and none of us have. I guess we're waiting for a call back from Adobe to see if we use Photoshop enough for them to allow us to share a project. Um,
Merge group.
but great company though, really great company. After Effects, Premiere Pro, Photoshop, Lightroom, InDesign, Adobe Illustrator, Audition. I could go on longer, but I'm not going to because you guys already know all these great programs.
We could sing "We Didn't Start the Fire" with all of the cool program
Very
names that they
true.
came up with.
Photoshop, Premiere Pro, Lightroom,
Illustrator
InDesign,
and
Illustrator. Nope.
Illustrator and
Start over. Okay, I'm going to start over. Hold on, let me start over.
Okay. Single adjustments. Maybe that's... Don't fucking beep at me. Okay, that's what I fucking want. No. Okay. Whoa. Oh, okay, here we go. We're making progress. We're making progress. All right. We're cooking with gas here. Okay. I just had to find it. All right. So, all right. And I know what must be done. I've learned. I'm better at Photoshop now than I was a minute ago. Select, modify, feather. We're going to feather this out by 5 pixels. We're going to invert it. We're going to delete it. We're going to crank the opacity back up. And wowee. Or should I say wow-lee. Bobby Lee is back.
Do you think Bobby Lee's full name is Robert Lee?
I think it is, yeah. Maybe.
Oh
wow. Okay, perfect. Yeah. So a year is far away. I'll be right back, Matt.
Yeah.
If you could like vamp for a sec. Somehow, I don't think that was black and white before.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, that. All right, whatever. It'll have to be black and white. Matt, take over for a minute. I have to do something real quick. I'll be right back.
Okay, got it. All right, I'm seeing some stuff in the chat. Zach, I see you saying the plot of the movie is a clone mishap that makes infinite Bobby Lees. Explode this poster with Bobby Lees. Like Mr. Meeseeks, yeah. This was obviously one that was like, I mean, it's still a great movie, but it was pretty clearly influenced by Rick and Morty. And that's when we were in Morty Mania. And I mean, has there ever been a better time for Hot Topic than right then? There was all kinds of fun shows coming out that were called Rick and Morty, and it was really popular. I've been on dates with girls where I explain this to them, and they're really interested in it. It's weird that most girls haven't heard of like really good shows, and you have to like. That's something that's a challenge for me, where I have to, it's like, oh, have you seen The Sopranos? And they're like, no. And, even though I haven't seen it either, I need to make sure and tell them it's about, Toby Soprano and about his family and like all of the stuff he does in his life. It's just strange that girls don't watch that stuff. I don't know what they do instead, but,
ladies and gentlemen, stop your yapping. We're back.
All right, cool. I can't see you yet on the window, so I was just going.
It's all right.
Yeah.
So, any ideas? Did you come up with any cool ideas while I was gone?
Well, Zach wants more Bobby Lees.
We're gonna have
I don't know how if you want to do that or not.
We're gonna have to draw a line somewhere with the Bobby Lees, Zach.
Yeah. Sorry.
I mean,
so make sure we know that this is Rascal Flatts as James Bond.
Okay. I don't know how to spell that, but
just guess. You'll probably get it right.
Okay. I'll do I'll take a bold, creative guess.
Okay. Is that code behind him? I thought it was a building at first.
Yeah, it's code.
Okay. Interesting. This one was about computers and cloning. Zach said that the plot of this movie is a clone thing that makes a lot. Oh, there's like a woman I didn't see. Yeah, man, there was a lot going on. It's crazy to think this movie only came out 8 years ago.
I know. It looks like it could have come out even longer ago than that, but yet the truth reveals otherwise.
Right. Yeah.
Maybe the truth reveals otherwise is another good Bond title.
Dude. Man.
Oh, so yeah, let's we're running out of time here on my end. So
Yeah.
let's we can do a part 2, or would you be down to do a part 2?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so let's do one more poster, guys. I'm going to clean up Bobby
Only
Lee a
one.
little bit. We're going to do one more poster, and then I think maybe we can turn some of these cool new ideas into projects for our next adventure.
Yes.
Maybe Matt can make some this time.
Yes.
If he's got time. So,
I'll
all right,
find the
let's
time.
just quick recap for all of those just joining us. We have A Room with a Gun, where Murphy plays, or Murphy's here.
Yeah.
And then, how the fuck did that happen? Okay. Visit to Paradise with Jeffrey Smunk.
Great star name. You know, you hear certain actors' names and you're like, there's a star.
Another round of applause, which is sort of funny in how shitty it is.
Yeah, we just put a black guy.
Yeah, it comes. I wanted to do more, but I guess the
Yeah.
joke is that he's black. Sorry,
It's not. That's not funny at all.
Not really. But then we came back up. We came back up with License to Drive.
Yep.
Roger Moore in one of his later but not final outings as Bond.
Yep.
Timothy Chalamet's one and only Bond movie, The Lucky Dice. Matthew Fields starred as Bond
right.
for Never Look at Me Ever.
Forgot again.
And then we've just gotten back from In Her Majesty's Fancy Car not all that long ago. And then that brings us back to A Year Is Far Away with Bobby Lee and Rascal Flatts. So let's open one final poster.
It's time for one last ride, Bond.
And this is a classic Bond movie. And that's it. It defines the word classic. It is.
Say classic.
Huh?
Go on.
Right. It is All the Money in the Bank. A
Dude.
personal favorite of mine. Matt, how far behind are you on this live stream?
I'm looking at your Finder window right now.
My find. Oh, okay.
Yeah. There we go. Yeah, All the Money in the Bank. So yeah, this is an absolute classic. I mean, all time, All the Money in the Bank. I remember it well. So go ahead and I don't remember him having so much hair.
Okay.
How
How about let's generate something behind them first? Just
maybe.
for the ease of messing with his hair after the fact. Let's
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Zach said if we didn't get 200 more Bobby Lees, he will leave the stream immediately. So he might have left. Sorry, Zach.
Sorry, there's a little bit of a delay. We didn't get time to see your demand, so we just blew right past it.
Yeah, there's a bit of like a developmental delay in my head, and then on top of that, like the stream, there's like a lag.
So I'm going to go ahead and put the bank behind him
How could I have forgotten about the bank?
because, I mean, they've got to get all the money out of there.
Yep. The
Okay.
this is the plot of this was that London ran out of money. And so Bond had to sort of go spy some money from another country.
Mm-hmm. And who could forget the classic bad guy Money Haver? Or maybe he was Money Banker? I can't remember.
I think geez, I don't know. Both of them are sounding really familiar.
Money Banker, terrifying foe, lots of iconic confrontations between the two. I like option
Yeah.
number 2 here.
Zach said he's a forgiving guy. He said, "You know who the manager of the bank is?" And I think that's who we're figuring out right now. Where if he's Money Haver or what Money Banker?
Money Banker.
Yeah.
Don't read into that, anybody. At home, it's just a name.
No, yeah, yeah, it is. No,
Just a bad guy in a
genuinely.
Bond movie.
Yep, and you know what? He's British, and I think he goes to Catholic church. I think he's Catholic.
Catholic or
Just-
a-religious.
Yeah.
You know, he's really not concerned. They're not. The filmmakers weren't concerned with that when they were making the movie. It was just.
He's agnostic.
It's just an entertainment.
Yeah.
So.
It's just a movie, guys.
We do have, fortunately, a. It's doing everybody like cartoony. Whatever, that's fine. I like. This guy looks fucking insane. Looks a little bit like Jeff the Killer or something. That kind of deranged.
Zach's
kind of
asking
character.
if we remember the world famous Asian comedian who played the manager of the bank.
I don't know, Zach. Was it Joe Coy?
We'll wait for him to get. That is really scary. It's like stuff you'd see on the
On the dark
in
web.
The doctor's office. Well, the second one's like a doctor's office illustration or something. That's really frightening.
I'm gonna do
Wow.
hair loss has been giving me the best results. We've gone through a lot of trial and error.
Yeah.
So we're gonna try to get that in. Matt, would you like to take a listen to the theme song from All the Money in the Bank?
Yeah. Let's see if it brings back any memories.
Okay. I think I'm gonna go with 1. I'm gonna go with
I'm
option
still
1.
behind.
I'm sorry. You're gonna like it.
I'm like a full minute behind.
You're gonna like it. But let's go ahead
Okay.
and let's roll the All the Money in the Bank theme song.
Yeah, I want to hear this.
He knows the score, yet he still wants some more. His mind is a puzzle, his ceiling is a floor, but now he's out of patience, and you're footing the bill. Killing the homeless gives him his thrills. This time he's serious. Oh yeah, yeah.
Are you getting chills yet?
I'm actually
His cards are all
crying.
down. If he sees your ass, he'll give you a spank. He owns the whole damn town. All the money in the bank. All the money in the bank. That's what he wants. All the money in the bank. Grow the fuck up. He hedges his bets. He counts his fucking cards. He never regrets.
Why are they cussing so much? I don't remember that.
All the money in the bank.
Sorry, I can't hear you. The music's too loud.
All the money
Ah!
in the bank.
So we'll fade that out there. But that was kind of cool, huh?
It was really cool. I don't quite remember them cussing so much in the, but I guess maybe I
It
was
was an
young, I didn't
R-rated,
know. Yeah,
R-rated film.
Yeah, so he's got the money, obviously, and there's the not religious money haver.
Money banker.
That dude, it didn't even occur to me.
Well, that's because your
I, like,
mind's
didn't
not in
even-
the gutter, dude. That's because
I guess so.
that's because you're innocent at heart, and you didn't even think that it could be a slur. If
For
you're
certain-
thinking that way, which we're not,
things.
it's just a silly James Bond thing.
Yeah.
So let's get the manager of the bank that Zach was alluding to.
Yeah. Why'd they draw a money banker? I guess he wasn't there for the photo session.
Well, there's no telling, really.
Or did Joe Coy play money banker?
No, he played
that
the
would-
manager. He was sort of,
Oh,
you know,
that's
think
right.
about it like an episode of Scooby-Doo,
Ah.
where, you know, the bad guy isn't necessarily, you know, one of the characters. He's sort of on Bond's side. He just needs help. You know what I mean?
He just needs some help, right? Which
The manager
Bond is
needs some help.
happy to give. Yeah.
Yeah,
Always helping people out.
he
Um,
is,
he's
dude.
such
He's
a-
helpful.
Such a kind character.
He's a giving guy.
And that plays when he gives $4 to a homeless guy.
in Moneybanker, Moneybanker kills. He gets his thrills from killing the homeless. So that's the inciting incident of the
That's
movie.
right.
Is that
It puts him at odds.
James Bond? Yeah. So you know, Moneybanker he's casing banks to take the money from, and on his way to the bank, James Bond gives $1 to a homeless guy, and so this homeless guy starts following around James Bond, and then you know Moneybanker's behind him, and then so it all sort of falls into his lap. He gets
Yeah, generate homeless before I forget. Sorry.
yeah.
We need to generate the homeless.
Come up with who is this guy?
Computer.
Everybody, like, you know, tell us who played James Bond. I mean, he's right here, but I can't remember his name.
Right, yeah. Any suggestions for this actor's name? You know, famously, I mean, yeah, he's kind of bald, but he's still got a lot of hair up top.
I mean, that's a
You
head
know-
of hair if I've ever seen one.
That's a head of hair, you know.
He still has hair.
He's got it. I mean, he still looks young, you know. What's important is you stay young at heart. That's really what's important.
All right, guys.
It's a little messed up that we made up a villain named Moneybanker, and then we said it as James Bond met his match.
What do you mean?
like, he's going up against the bankers.
Don't read too
He might-
far into it.
Is that the homeless? Okay, I think it's option 3.
You think it's 3, huh? You sure it's not 2?
I don't know. It's close. Jeez, Pete. Oh my gosh. Oh my god. It sort of
What?
looks like the manager of the bank went to heaven.
Well, you know,
Well, I don't want
Bond
to spoil it for
characters-
anybody. Sorry.
yeah, you know, characters in Bond movies aren't always so lucky as to see another day. I like it generated like a nasty
dude.
what?
See another day.
See another day.
See another day.
Yeah. That's another
Yeah,
James
sorry,
Bond
I-
movie.
Before I forgot about it, I had to. Sorry.
So, you know, come to think of it, the fact that Moneybanker is the only character that's drawn in like a caricature style might not be a great look for our cause either.
Yeah,
Should
yeah,
we
that's
should we try to should we try to
yeah. Look,
another guy?
do like real life bank person. I don't know, like real life high detailed businessman or something,
Okay.
and then in parentheses all capital, not Jewish, just so there's no misunderstanding. That'd be cool if it went for a minute and then it just generated the Star of David. It's like, is this what you guys wanted? It's like, no, that's not at all what I wanted. This is kind of the vibe I'm getting from your request. I wish Photoshop's AI could talk to me.
It's the one thing it's missing.
That's the one thing it's missing.
Okay.
you
It did
know-
a really bad job. I'm gonna try it again. It gave the homeless guy really long, beautiful hair though,
That's very kind
like early
of
2000s,
the AI.
like scary movie
Mm.
time period, long hair. Okay, it gave James Bond a really long leg. Oh, dude, I found him. Okay, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it's just. Wait a minute! It just put the homeless guy in a suit. Oh wait, it's the same outfit.
Hold up, I gotta see it.
It's just a different jacket.
Where'd you get that idea, Photoshop? It's the same, dude. The homeless guy. I'm not even gonna fucking try. I don't know.
Oh,
Get out of here.
I'm gonna try to
Oh,
give the
it's
homeless
so
guy a
funny.
beard, just so he looks a little different. But it might be funnier if he's just the same.
Right now, the homeless guy just kind of looks like a college student, which is really funny to me. Like maybe he's in college. Like I don't know. He looks like he shops at Dillard's or something. Like he looks fine. That's crazy. It put the same like weird shirt on him too.
I know, that's what I was saying. It's all it is a different jacket.
That's so funny.
That's yeah.
That's incredible. What AI has done for us today.
Okay, it gave him like a Chad jawline. I think I'm gonna keep option 3. It gave him like a soul patch and like a really chiseled jawline.
Cool.
Money banker. Yeah, I
Money
like this guy.
banker.
This guy. Yeah, I think.
A real rags to riches story.
Yep. But I think we're in the clear with this money banker.
Yeah,
think if-
I agree. Yeah.
James Bond's leg sort of turns into money banker, but maybe that's like something cool they were trying to do with the art style on the poster.
Yeah, it was like an artistic choice, Wow.
Are we seeing any
Thanks
comments?
a lot, Photoshop. No.
No. Okay.
Yeah. Who played James Bond? Do you think it was Jim Mungy?
Jim. Oh wait, I guess it have to be all caps.
Dude, my dad is currently watching a television show on Netflix. I forget his name, but he was in that movie Sing Sing that got nominated for Oscars this year. He was the lead in that. I can't remember this actor's name.
Okay.
It's like a really distinct name. It's killing me. But anyways, it's got this guy in it. Anyway, it's called I think it's called The Madness. And my dad and he's been watching it, and the main character's name, played by this Oscar-winning actor, is Muncie. I think that's his first name, Muncie.
That rings a bell.
Yeah, it did for me too. I don't know exactly how it's spelled. And I haven't gathered if it's a nickname or what, but like the FBI is calling him Muncie. It's crazy.
Muncie, we have a mission for you. Oh yeah, and we didn't get a chance to call James Bond. We'll have to do that next time.
Yeah, we'll have to do it next time. We were gonna call James Bond on the phone because we got his phone number through a mutual friend. But we'll just have to pause it. But it's whatever. Good things take time.
I mean, it gives you something to look forward to at the end of the day.
It really does at the end of the day.
So I'm trying to get Money Banker. Part of his plan to take all of the money from the bank is oh, sorry, I just accidentally generated Beard again. Part of his plan to get all the money out of the bank is to use a big vacuum cleaner.
Yeah.
And because there's always fun gadgets and stuff in Bond movies. And that's what they went with this time.
He gets a Dyson vacuum cleaner, but it's like really big. It's like the type that costs a lot of money. You know what I mean?
I do know what you mean. Thankfully.
Yeah, thank God.
We'd be out of luck if I didn't know what you were talking about.
You didn't know what I was talking about, yeah.
Oh, that looks pretty good.
Welcome back, James Bond. Give me a minute.
Yeah, don't worry. I think option 1 is doesn't really look like a Dyson, but then the expensive Dysons could look a little different.
Well, yeah, I mean, if it's expensive, it's the nice Dysons are not just gonna look like a Dyson. Have you ever bought a vacuum?
Nope.
No, Mr. Bond, I expect you to die.
Wow.
Like that.
Yeah. And then he vacuums the money.
Mm-hmm.
No, Mr. Bond, I'm going to vacuum the money. Which originally we said.
That's so shitty. Yeah. That shouldn't have gotten me as bad as it did.
It's making me laugh. That's making. But I think originally we said James Bond was stealing the money because London ran out of money, so he had to go rob the bank. But maybe he's like competing with Money Banker.
Money Banker.
I can't decide which villain name I like more, Money Banker or Money Haver. Because Money Haver is just like, I'm rich. Like, it doesn't even attach him to. He just has money.
Yeah, Money Banker would. I mean, I feel like that's more in line with James Bond.
For sure.
Maybe let's give him an eye patch or something. Because they often have disfigurements.
An injury. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Which is kind
Quick,
of
Bond!
ableist, but,
Somebody's been hurt.
Yeah.
So I'm giving him an eye patch right now. I don't know where you are, but I just put some nasty AI money flying around in the air.
I've seen the money.
Good.
Which is very realistic.
Photoreal money. Ew.
Yeah.
Okay.
Add Bond's. Oh.
What do I add
Okay.
to Bond?
Okay. Well, a special viewer is telling us to add Bond's friend James Portnoy, but he's made out of money. And then he said, add the CG character Chivo from Moonraker.
Okay, hold on.
I'm just reading them to you. I think Chivo should take priority.
Now hold on, because I have one more thing I want to add to this poster before we
Okay.
before we move on to Chivo and all those great new characters. I want to get across the point that Moneybanker is sucking up dollars with this vacuum.
Okay.
That's important to me. So I'm going to work on that for a second here.
All right. You know, what's comment below what your favorite
Movie is.
James Bond James Bond film is. You know, or any like great moments that you remember. I'm personally partial to A Room with a Gun. And many others. Yeah, can you believe that the guy who produced all the Bond movies, his last name was Deadass Broccoli?
I think
you-
I think the Broccoli's just sold James Bond.
Yeah, I was seeing like headlines or something like Amazon took control of the Bond franchise or something.
Yeah, they bought James Bond.
Yeah, okay.
Using all the
I wasn't
money in the bank.
True. And I'm sure they're going to do great things with him.
Okay, so what? Cheeto? What was it?
So you need to add the CG character Chivo, Cheevo, from Moonraker.
Okay, that's an easy one to add to this poster.
Yeah. No, we remember Chivo for sure. Chivo's like a classic. I mean, I'm not crazy about Chivo, but I know a lot of people really love
Mm-hmm.
that
Chivo's kind of
character.
either you get it or you don't.
Yeah. But it's great that, all right. Yeah. I hear that music and I think Chivo,
Mm-hmm. And we have Chivo. He'll be to you shortly. It'll be viewable. He was blue. Just letting you know that.
Obviously.
And then
No, I know.
there's a
I'd have to
character
see it
made
tonight.
out of dollar bills. James Portnoy.
Yeah. James Portnoy. Is that the guy who runs like Barstool Sports?
That's Dave Portnoy.
Oh, sorry. Okay. James
So-
Portnoy. I guess just type in James Portnoy and see what happens.
Well, he's made out of money.
Chivo. Yeah, I don't. Balls in your court. I don't know what to. You type into Photoshop, you're like James Portnoy, but he's made out of money, and it just gives you an error message that says like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" I would like for more AI to get angry at me. Like, what do you even mean by that? It's like, how am I supposed to do that? It's like, just try.
Okay, it did a really bad job, but
Okay.
I want to make a character made out of money. Person made out of money. Person made out of dollars. And then we can put Dave Portnoy's face on him. And then we'll be done. Then the poster will be just as it was before it went missing.
It'll be restored. This is a restoration service that we provide.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm gonna just see if I can find one on the internet. I got him.
I believe you.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Dude, remember when we killed Osama bin Laden? That was so fucking badass. We finally got him.
Osama bin Laden. How about that? Bin Laden.
How about Osama bin lying?
Osama bin Laden.
Osama bin Latte?
Yeah.
Just thought I threw it out there.
No, you're right.
Oh, wow. Yeah. I see him. Okay. That's, did it generate that? Or was
No,
that from the
I
internet?
Googled that and then found it.
Okay, yeah. That's what I thought. Okay, but looks good. Yeah, wow. That's he looks like the Bubble Buddy but money. Yeah, he does.
Money buddy.
Money Buddy. I wish I had a Money Buddy to pay my $600 I owe on federal taxes. What the fuck, IRS? Wow.
Well, you'll get the last laugh, Matt. Most of those people are losing their jobs.
That's true. That's true. Wow. I mean, like the cast of characters in this film is just like amazing.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
It's expansive.
definitely. That's probably the word for it. Okay, I just got fucking Portnoy on my screen.
Oh, there he is. Wait, there he is. All right, Zach, is that what you wanted?
Yeah, can we get a yes or a no? Give us a thumbs up if that's looking like what you remember. Because it sounds like you have a better idea than us. This might be one of your favorites, it sounds like. I said no. Could you do it better? Grattan, can you do it better or what?
Yeah, I can do it better.
Yeah. Select everyone and type in dead. A kid
Shot to
that'd
death.
be Yeah, that would be funny to see a kid, you know, at the high school computer lab and they've got Photoshop on there and he's like taking class photos and trying to make it generate dead. But it's like, sorry, we can't do that.
All right, Zach, is this what you wanted? This is this should
He
be
said
better.
this isn't he said this isn't romantic. I guess
Okay,
there was
here,
a lot
no,
of
I got
love
it.
in this movie. Okay. Oh, wow.
Hold on, I'm making it romantic.
It's looking a little
Hopefully this is what Zach wanted. I think this, I mean, it looks a
Yeah,
little
he
bit...
says he's saying this is what he remembers.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense,
You
yeah.
know,
It's what I remember, too.
yeah.
There's a lot of romance in this picture.
I mean, and romance is a big part of any Bond
Mhm.
picture.
I mean, it's a big part of any movie in general.
Yeah, I mean, it's love. It's what everything's about. You know, when I'm out, whenever you do anything, you're looking for love. When I'm at Safeway, I'm trying to get my dick sucked. You know, so it just makes sense to have it reflected in film.
Mm-hmm. What are you laughing at, Matt?
Nothing. I was just thinking about how, like, you know, if I'm at Safeway, I'm trying to get my dick sucked, and if I'm being totally honest, I don't give much of a care to who does it.
That's awesome. And
Thanks,
brave of you
man.
to say.
Yeah. So funny. What a great stream this has been. You know, at one point we had 5 viewers.
Mm-hmm. Certainly one for the history books.
It really is. There's more guys kissing. Okay. having stock photos of this is really funny. I don't know. I mean, there's obvious use, like whatever, but like there's something about just like regular photos of people kissing that aren't like personal photos and they aren't like pornographic in nature quite. Is just funny. There's something about these that is like really clean.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just funny. But there's nothing wrong with any of it, obviously.
Yes, obviously. I mean, we've said this before.
You're backspacing a comment you were typing. A hateful comment. Yes. Of course.
All right, we're about done here. Well, all right. Well, James Bond. I mean,
Bond. James Bond.
The dapper gentleman himself.
special thanks to everybody who watched the stream tonight. We'll be back at some point in the future with another gaggle of Bond posters
Matt and Grattan will return
for
in the next.
for your eyes only. Another
For your
James
eyes
Bond stream.
Of course.
All right. This is Grattan.
And this is Matt. And as James Bond always said, fuck you,
Bond.
Laura